All right, guys, so dates and times are very important in programming, and JavaScript has what's called the date object that we can use to do certain things with dates. So let's go ahead and let's create a variable here. Let's just create our val variable like we've been doing. And I'm going to set val. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a constant called today, and we're going to set it to new date. Okay, so this is basically instantiating the date object, and if we don't pass anything in here by default, it's going to be today's date. So if we go down and we say val equals today, and then we console log val and save, you'll see down here we get today's date. All right, and if we were to look at the type, so if we say type of val, we're going to get object because the date is actually a reference type, which is an object. We could change it to a string if we want. So if we said const, actually we couldn't do it like that. We'd have to do val equals today dot to string, and then it would be a string. All right, so we could do that if we wanted to, if you wanted to do some stuff with strings with the date. Anyways, I'm going to go back to just logging the val. And what I want to do now is show you how we can change it to a different date. So I'll create another variable here called birthday, and I'll set it to new date. And then in here, we can specify this in many different ways. So one way would be to do, I could do 9-10-1981. And then if we were to change the val, which is what we're logging, to birthday and save, you'll see it's in the same format, except it's now September 10th, 1981. Now this here is the time. So we have the hours, the minutes, the seconds. If we wanted to add that, we could go ahead and put in, let's say 11:25:00 and save, and now you can see that the time has changed. All right. Now there's many ways to do this. I'm actually going to turn this into a let so that I can override this, so that I can redeclare it. So I'm going to say let. Actually, I'll just copy this, just to show you that there's other ways that we can create dates. So I can actually say September 10, 1981 and save. Let's see, birthday has already been declared. Oh, we don't want to put let again. And you can see that it also gives us September 10th. All right. We could also do it, get rid of that let. We could also do it this way. We could say 9/10/1981. And there's a lot of ways to do it. So you may want to look at the documentation on, what is it? Let's see, JavaScript date object. Let's see, so on the Mozilla, on MDN, this will show you a lot of different things here. And we're going to go over most of this. We're going to go over, like, the get date, get day, get year, all this stuff. But this gives you all the information about the date object. All right, so let's say we want to get the month. All right, so I'm going to use today instead of birthday. So I'm going to say val equals today dot get month. Now if I save this, you'll see it's going to log 10. And if we look at the date today, it's 11/9. It's actually November, but this is actually 0 based. So 0 would be January. And just to show you, if I just real quick, if I were to put in here 1/1/2017 and save, it'll give us 0 as the month. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and that confuses a lot of people. If we want to get the date, or the day of the month, we could do val equals today dot get date. So if we go ahead and save that, we get 9, and you can see that it is in fact 11/9. If we want to get the day, we could say today dot get day and save, and we get 4. So we get a numerical representation of the day. Today is actually Wednesday, so it's basically going Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is the 4th day. All right, so let's see, we can also get the year. So let's say val equals today dot get full year. That gives us 2017. We can also get the we can deal with times. So if we want to get the hours, we can say get hours, which gives us 11. And if we look down here, it's 11:20. We can get the minutes. If we look at that, we get 21. It's 11:21. We can get seconds. Look at that. We get 14. And if I reload, you'll see that it's going to change every second. We can even get milliseconds. So if I want to do get milliseconds, oh, actually that should be a lowercase s, or did I spell that wrong? 2 L's. So that gives us milliseconds. There we go. All right, and then we can also get a timestamp, the current timestamp. So if we say val equals today dot get time and save, that gives us a timestamp. Okay, and that's going to change with every reload. A timestamp, it's basically the amount of time, the amount of seconds that have passed since, what is it, January 1st, 1970. So another thing we can do is we can actually set all this stuff as well. So for instance, let's take the birthday date we have up there, and let's say dot set month, and we'll set it to 2. All right, and then I just want to log birthday. And now we get March 10th. Okay, it started as September 10th, but now it's March 10th. So if we want to change, let's do set date, and we'll set that to 12. So we'll save that. Now we get March 12th. All right, we can also do set full year, and we'll set that to 1985. Save, and now it's March 12th, 1985. We can also set the time. So birthday dot set hours, and we'll set that to, let's say, 3. Save that. Now it's at 3 o'clock. Let's do set minutes. So we'll set the minutes to 30. So now 3:30, and we can even set the seconds. And we'll set that to whatever, say 25. All right, so 3:30:25. So we can manipulate dates as well. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for dates. If you want to learn a little more about the date object, I'd suggest looking at the MDN documentation, but that's going to be it for now. In the next video, we're going to start to look at control structures. We're going to look at conditionals, so if statements, comparison operators, and then we'll move on to switches and functions and all that good stuff. All right, so that's it. I will see you in the next lecture.